What's up guys, Bluddshed here, bringing you the Multishot Demon Hunter build, speed build for Diablo 3 patch 2.6.4 in season 16. Now, you knew it was coming. One of the kings of the division of T13 speeds, the Multishot Demon Hunter. I prefer the cold variation because you don't really need the extra damage from ballistics for T13. The mobs die with one hit anyway. So what that does, it opens up more passives when you don't have to carry ballistics. You can carry things like Hot Pursuit, which gives you more movement speed, tactical advantage, more movement speed. At this point, with the builds being so powerful, we need more utility. That's why you see me using Avarice Band, which I'm going to be using in this build as well. That's why you see these kind of things in the builds, because it's just more about increasing your efficiency through utility versus damage these days. And especially as you get Paragon and Augments, it just gets easier and easier and easier. So you just work on your efficiency, and that's what's going to separate somebody who's getting more legendaries per hour versus someone who can't find any primals all season. I don't think it'll be uncommon to see Multishot Demon Hunters doing like 3-minute 100s endgame, like solo speed 100s. Basically how we treat 90s now is how we're going to treat 100s next season, season 16, 17, 18, right? So it's crazy, man. This is going to be one of the best 100 speed farmers in the game. I think it's already the fastest 90 speed farmer. It's going to be one of the top for season 16 and beyond. Lots of different combos to choose from, like I was saying. I like using Focus and Restraint still with the build. It has beautiful synergy. What the two-piece does is when you use a generator, it gives you Hatred and Discipline back. And when you have Focus and Restraint, it's proccing a damage buff for your Spender and your generator. So I just feel like it works together nicely. It's more of a preference thing. You don't have to use it though. The Multishot Demon Hunter is amazing. If you've never tried it before, now is better time than any. It's going to be stronger than it's ever been in the game. And who knows, what people are going to be able to accomplish. To be perfectly honest, I think the strongest Demon Hunter build is going to be Shadow, which we're going to cover in the future. And maybe second place would be Natalia's 6 Marauder 4. It's the Sentry version of the build. I think Multishot's going to be a solid third place, but it's a strong third place. Like when we talk about what's better than what, it's usually at a really high level. So it's like maybe around 120, which most people don't even get to anyway, right? The first thing you need to know that's the most important is you need maximum discipline on your main hand, on your quiver, and your chest piece, right? You want at least 82 discipline. I have 86, I'm good. Right, you want at least 82, so you want it on all 3 items. If it's not perfect, it's okay. Like you can work on getting as the items as best of your ability. You want a high secondary and high discipline. That's the most important, getting going that way. And like I said, minimum 82 discipline to get the most effectiveness out of the build. You want to look at getting your cooldown to 37%. I have too much, but 37% is a good benchmark to keep up Vengeance full time. We're using the Seethe for that resource, and we can achieve that by using Dawn in the Cube. So that's like the baseline. You need discipline, and you need the Dawn in the Cube and 37% cooldown. After that, a lot of people don't realize that your damage, if you read the set, it says your generators, Multishot, Vengeance, deal 100% increased damage. It's going to go up to 350% increased damage for every point of discipline you have. Now this means your current discipline. So if you're flipping and tumbling, like crazy, look at that. All right, she's got to be tired soon, right? Now you start DPSing, okay, you're only doing multipliers off of your current discipline. So make sure to keep, especially in greater rifts when you're doing speeds, just throw out, you're tumbling, you throw out a generator here and there. Remember the 2-piece gives us discipline, an extra discipline. So you're meant to be regenerating discipline, so you'll be playing like this, a little bit of here, a little bit of there. If you're doing GRs, make sure, and you're using COE, make sure to fully DPS through your convention cycle. So when it's about to hit fire cycle, make sure you're holding it down the whole way if you're using the fire rune or if you're using physical, right? Whatever rune you're using, make sure to really optimize your element cycles. That's another common complaint I get is they're not doing enough damage. So keep your max discipline high. Make sure to have max discipline everywhere. Make sure to have 37% cooldown and focus on your DPS through your elemental cycle. If you're doing straight speeds, like blazing speeds, then it doesn't matter because you're going to be flying through the rift anyway. Just watch your resource. But like we said, pick up those globes. If you're doing T13, your average band is basically going to pick up all the globes for you. And that's where you're getting a lot of your resource from, is from Blood Vengeance. It's amazing, right? For T13, we are using the cold rune, like I said, so it frees up a lot of room. Like I have the ferrets for more gold find. You know, you can even collect them. So you can actually actively click the button for your companion. Boom. And all the ferrets are going to pick up all the gold instantly. Actively pick up all health globes and gold within 60 yards. So I love this for more utility. We don't need the damage, right? But you could, especially early season, you could use the boar companion on hardcore, or if you're dying a lot on softcore early on while you're learning. Wolf is going to be the most damage. We have this passive called Call the Weak, increases the damage against slowed enemies by 20%. Some people proc it with the spider companion because it slows enemies, right? So there's a lot of creative combos you can do and experiment, do whatever's best for you. I don't have Call the Weak on my bar because it's on my Hellfire. I got a pretty good Hellfire, which I'm not even using the right element, but yeah. So I have a good Call the Weak, and that's why. With the Ring of Royal Grandeur season, you can use like Pride's Fall, and you get even more crazy resource in the build. I probably just use Frosty's Frostburns, where they give you cold damage with the setup and stun enemies. Probably would use that, but I would experiment as well. You get a free item, so you can use all kinds of different things. You might want to switch to Fire and use Cinder Coat. Just remember that you can't wear the Cinder Coat because the Cinder Coat doesn't roll with max discipline on the chest piece. It's not a Demon Hunter cloak. If you hate relying on Gold Wrap for T13 completely, then you can use a Visage of Goons in the helm. If you want to do that instead, that'll give you that just straight 50% damage reduction, and that'll maybe cover you when Gold Wrap drops off for whatever reason. So that might be something you can do. Lots of different combos. Like I said, this is my favorite setup. This is one of those builds where you can build it a lot of different ways and have lots of different experiences with it. When it comes to T13, in my opinion, this is the strongest setup, like a multi-shot setup. So enjoy. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can ask me on twitch.tv/bloodshed. You can ask down below in the comments. We always have colorful discussions in the comments, you might say. So yeah, this is the Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.